Hi, thank you for coming to the Grace Hopper celebration of Women in Computing, Women of Computing, first Google Hangout. We will be holding a series of 3 of these Hangouts. The first one is today is going to get about getting the most out of the GHC program. And our presenters are Stuti Badoni. She is the GHC Program Manager, and Roshni Kasad, who is the Senior Program Manager of Academic Initiatives. If you have questions following, please submit those in the Q&A during the broadcast. And if you have questions afterwards, we will post the email address that you can send those emails to, and we will respond to you through the emails. If you have, we will also show a slide with that at the end of the broadcast so that you can reference that. At this time, I would like to welcome Stuti.
How do we do this? Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Stuti Badoni. I'm head of content here at GHC. I'm really, really excited to speak to all of you. So what I wanted to talk to you about is I wanted to go through some slides over just giving like an overview of GHC, some of our keynote speakers, and what to expect. So hold on for a second while I pull up the slides.
So yeah, click the screen share button. And then go to your slides there. Click that right there. And now it's that. That's what they see. So if you want to start the...
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So like I said, I'm going to talk to you all about GHC 2015, give you an overview of some of our presenters, some of our keynote presenters. So first, I just wanted to give you a brief history of GHC. So you can see we started way back in 1994 with a few hundred interested parties. So it was a gathering of women, computer scientists, technologists who really wanted to start a conference, for themselves. And it's interesting that we started at 1994 with a few hundred, and you can see in the last few years we've really, really exploded. Last year we had about 7,800 attendees, and this year we're expecting around 12,000. So you can see us all the way at the top right over there. So this year we have we're trying a new format for GHC called clusters, which is basically a collection of like tracks. We have 6 clusters and 13 tracks this year. We have a technology cluster with graphics and animation, artificial intelligence, data science, software engineering, security, privacy, and HCI. We also have a new track for open source. We have our very popular career track with a career track and the faculty track and the community track. We have an organizational transformation cluster, a new productization track, which has to do with QA, testing, project management, agile, and we also have an IoT, emerging tech, and best of track. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about our keynotes. So on Wednesday morning, we have Hillary Mason, who's the founder of Fast Forward Labs. And we also have our Abby Technical Leadership Award, Lydia E. Kavraki, who's the Noah Harding Professor of Computer Science and Bioengineering at Rice. On Thursday morning, we have Susan Wojcicki, who's the CEO of YouTube. Really, really excited about her speaking at GHC. And we also have Moira Forbes, who's a very renowned journalist. She's president and publisher of Forbes Women and executive vice president of Forbes Media. Thursday morning, we also have the Abby Change Agents Award with Maria Celeste Medina, who's a co-founder of Ada IT. And we have Mai Abualkas Temraz, who is over at Gaza Sky Geeks. And we also have the Abby Social Impact Awards with Daniela Rajman and Michal Segalov, who are the co-founders of Mind the Gap. On Friday morning, I'm really, really excited to hear Manuela M. Veloso speak. She is a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. She'll be talking about artificial intelligence. And we also have the Denise Denton Emerging Leader Abby Award, Lydia Tapia, who's an assistant professor at the University of New Mexico. We also have the Richard Newton Educator Abbey Award, Joanne Cahoon, who's a professor at the University of Virginia. And we also have our ACM Student Research Competition, our poster competition finalists. This year, we also have afternoon plenaries at GHC. On Wednesday afternoon, we have Clara Shih, who's the CEO and founder of Hearsay Social. And we also have other plenary speakers who are being announced as we get closer and closer to GHC. So definitely check on our gracehopper.org website to see the latest and greatest of our Wednesday afternoon plenaries.
Yeah, I'm just not, hold on, Stuti. So it's not showing.
Oh, it's not showing?
No, your slides aren't showing.
Slide.
Oh,
So
well, that's fine. You can find all this information on the website too. Okay. All right. So we also have invited speakers. Grady Booch, who's our ITS, or Invited Technical Speaker for Software Engineering. He's best known for developing the Unified Modeling Language. And we also have Anna Lisinskaya, who's an ITS for Security and Privacy. Her research area is in cryptography. We have Brianna Wu, who's an invited speaker for GFX. She's a video game entrepreneur, and she's an advocate for greater inclusion in gaming. She's known for her involvement in Gamergate. And we also have Dorothy Graham, who's the ITS for productization. She's a software testing expert and author. So those were all of the invited speakers in the keynotes. But besides all of that, we also have a lot of different special sessions. Definitely check out our schedule at gracehopper.org for information on our different sessions, such as the poster session, the Open Source Day Codeathon, the Student Opportunity Lab, and a lot of other different sessions. So one thing that I'm really, really excited about, although there's a lot to be excited about for GHC 2015, is it's our Friday night celebration. So I hope all of you will definitely attend. It's a lot of fun. There's nothing like, a big dance party with thousands of women technologists. It's a blast. This year, I'm really excited to tell you all that it's being held at Minute Maid Park in Houston. So we're really, really excited about that venue. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's from 6:30 p.m. to midnight on Friday. So that's my presentation. I hope to meet all of you at GHC 2015, Houston, Texas. All right, so let me flip back over here. And again, it looks like my slides weren't showing up, but all of this information can be found at the Grace Hopper website. All right, so do we have any questions?
So right now the questions are that they couldn't see the slides.
Oh, that's a shame.
So what we can do is we can send those out to you through email, and you'll be able to see them that way. We do apologize for that. Are there any other questions for Stuti at this point?
I do want to say that Grace Hopper is an extremely large conference. Don't get overwhelmed by it. Really take a step back and kind of take everything in. Think about what you want to accomplish at Grace Hopper. I've talked about all the keynotes and the invited speakers. We have a lot of excellent technical sessions too. Check out the CRAW graduate student sessions. That might be of interest. The Student Opportunity Lab is definitely of interest. It's on Wednesday and Friday this year. On Wednesday, we're talking about a lot of interviewing skills and resume building, things like that, kind of career building skills. And on Friday, it's very related to different disciplines, like such as a day in the life of a program manager or a day in the life of a security professional. So I think you'd be really interested in the Student Opportunity Lab. For the technical sessions, everything is given a level. So definitely check out the technical sessions. We have a lot of wonderful sessions. You can see the different levels from beginner to intermediate to advanced. You definitely should check out the technical sessions. There's a lot of good information. We have a lot of great speakers.
Stuti, they're asking, do you need to sign up for the clusters?
You do not. You do not need to sign up for the clusters. The cluster is just basically a categorization of tracks. It's just what we noticed last year is as the conference has gotten bigger, you would have to go across the conference center to see, for a certain track. So for example, if I wanted to go to a data science track in one room, the next session, the next hour, you know, if I wanted to go see a data science session, I might have to travel across the conference. So what we really wanted to do was keep all of the like tracks together, and that's what a cluster is. So in the technology cluster, you'll see all of our different technology tracks. So you do not need to sign up for a cluster. It's just a new format of GHC.
And are they now able to sign up for sessions to attend?
No, it's a first come, first serve for the sessions.
All right, and sorry.
Are there any other questions?
So is there anything they should do when they first show up?
Okay, so I believe Roshni is going to talk a little bit more about that in the next talk or conversation. I do want to say one of the things that I learned from last year's GHC is definitely wear comfortable shoes. There's a lot of walking. The Houston Convention Center is huge, so definitely make sure you have some comfortable footwear. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you found this information valuable. I believe we will be sending the slides out to you, so apologize for you not being able to see my beautiful slides. But you can find all of this information on the Grace Hopper website, and we'll be sending those out to you. It's great talking to you. Hope to see all of you at GHC 2015.
Hi everyone, it's Rhonda again, and I do apologize for the slides. We don't use Google Hangout very often, so it takes us a little bit to get accustomed to it. Also, I'm sure you're a little bit more up to speed on how to use Google Hangouts than I am at this point. So next, I'm going to introduce to you Roshni Kasad. She is in charge of our academic initiatives, and she's going to talk to you about the actual Grace Hopper Scholars Program. So, Roshni?
Hi, everyone. As Rhonda mentioned, my name's Roshni, and I'm managing academic initiatives here at Grace Hopper, and really excited to have all of you scholars on board. I don't know if you realize, but this year we had a record number of scholars, something like 500 plus scholars that we accepted this year. So quite a significant number, and you are among the select few. So we're excited to have you on board. Stuti gave you a little bit of information about the general program that's going on for Grace Hopper. And I just wanted to, in a couple minutes before we close things out, just remind you about the scholar-specific events that we have going on. So Tuesday night, I think someone asked about the Tuesday night event in the questions. So we do have a meet and greet. You've all gotten some information about that either through the website. We've had some stuff posted up there. Very soon, early next week, you'll be getting some more details about it. It is from 6:30 to 8:30 on the Tuesday night before the actual conference starts. It's not mandatory, but if you are getting in early, it's a great way to network. The scholarship chairs will be there. You'll get to meet a lot of the other recipients of the scholarship, and it'll be pretty informal and just a fun networking opportunity. So you can make some friends before the conference, the official conference starts. So keep an eye out. Early next week, we'll be sending you some details about that. The other thing that we, of course, have going on is the GHC Scholar Luncheon. And for those of you who are new to GHC, this is something we do every year for all the scholars. It is a required event. So I think you've also gotten some information about that. And we'll be sending reminders about the location. It'll be Wednesday at lunchtime, so the first official start day to the conference. And that'll be a really great event. The co-chairs, the 3 faculty co-chairs who've been working with us on the scholarship program have helped us design the program. We have a number of faculty mentors who will be coming and seated at your table, and you'll get to talk to about, you know, their careers in academia. It'll be a networking opportunity for you. And we're also going to have a lot of folks from Apple there. Apple's the sponsor for that luncheon, and they'll be sending a lot of their representatives. So you'll get to talk to them. They'll be seated at your table. You'll get to ask them what it's like to work at Apple and, you know, what you need to do to get a job there. So it'll be a really, really great networking opportunity overall, just to learn a little bit more about working in industry as well as working in academia. We'll have some speakers during that event, and you'll also get to meet a lot of other fellow scholars. So that is a required event for the scholarship. You do have to attend, and so we will expect all of you there and look forward to it. As Rhonda mentioned, we're going to have a series of Google Hangouts coming up. So next week, we're going to have someone from our business development team coming on to talk a little bit about networking tips at the conference. Really skilled person who's just an amazing networker, and will have a lot of tips for you. Many of you, this might be your first conference that you're attending, or maybe you've attended them before, but just need to learn some new strategies on how to make the most out of making connections with the people that you meet. And the woman that we have coming on next week, Carol Gustafson, is going to do a really great job. I think she'll have a lot of great strategies for you. So do look out for details on that by email, as well as on the Facebook page. We'll be posting information there. And finally, right before the conference, we'll do one final hangout where you'll have your opportunity to ask any last minute questions you have about the conference. One thing I know I'm forgetting before I go and check out what other questions you have for us is information about hotels. I know a lot of you are anxious to know where are you going to be staying when you come, and that information will also be going out to you early next week. So stay tuned. You'll find out about your roommate, the hotel that you're staying at, and all those good details. So that's to come. And I'm going to try to see what other questions that we have. Let's see. Do we have any other questions that I'm missing?
No, that was
I think that was it.
maybe the badge pickup.
I think the one other thing, again, this will be showing up in information that we sent out to you next week, but it's really important before you start with any event, as soon as you get to the conference center, that you get your badge. There's going to be special designated sections for scholars to check in, and that's the time where you're going to be getting your meal card, where you can use to purchase meals during the conference. And so it's really important that you do all that before you start. As I mentioned, there's the meet and greet Tuesday night, but you will not be allowed into that event if you have not registered already and haven't gotten your badge. So again, the details we send out about the conference next week will have that information in it. Other than that, I don't see any other emails popping, or sorry, any other questions popping up. I'll wait maybe another 10, 20 seconds. Anybody else, if you have questions, please enter them now. Otherwise, I just want to say once again, we're really excited to have you all coming. I know many of you are coming to GHC for the first time, and we're really excited to have you, and want to say congratulations once again. You really are among the select few. We had a record number of scholarships that we awarded this year, but we also had a record number of applicants. And it was really a tough choice to kind of sort through the, almost 2,000 applicants that came in. And so we're really excited that we were able to offer the scholarship to you, and are looking forward to having you in Houston. And I'm not seeing any other questions show up at this time. So I think we're going to take it offline, and I think we'll see you again next week. Stay tuned for information about the upcoming Hangout next Thursday. That'll be on networking. Thank you. Bye, everyone.